Good morning, it's Jeff here from Queensland Computers, and we've just come off the back of an Apple announcement overnight, the September 14th fall event, and I just want to give you a quick overview of what the announcement contained, but a particular emphasis on what this means for the iPad. So let's jump straight into it. So last night we saw the release of a handful of products. We saw the Apple 9th Gen, which is your full-size iPad replacement for the 10-inch form factor. We saw an Apple Mini for the smaller form factor. There's the iPhone 13 devices and the array of devices that come along with that. Apple Watch 7th Gen, and a few other peripheral things like your Apple Fitness Plus services expanding to other countries and a few things along those lines. So let's jump into what the iPad was and how that's going to impact us. So first and foremost, there's a very simple thing that Apple's done here, which it doesn't sound sexy, but it's actually really cool, which is they've kept the chassis the same. Now, sometimes when vendors release new products, they get very excited and move a button from one side to another so that they look like they're doing things. And it actually becomes quite a pain in the bum because then we have cases change. And if you're a government enterprise education organisation, you'll know that that can actually cause you quite a lot of grief, particularly if you've got other cases spare or if you've already ordered the case for the 8th Gen and now you're getting the 9th Gen. So that's something that sounds simple, but again, really much appreciated from Apple. So the next thing that's cool is we've actually released it with the minimum requirement of a 64 gig rather than leaving a 32 gig option. Now, traditionally, you could always buy larger iPads. You had 128 gigs in the 8th Gen, but as consumers, we tended to not. Now, what that meant is that the 32 gig limitation, a lot of the devices did end up quite full, and we're bolting services on the back like your Apple storage within iCloud or whatnot. The fact is that they've done it with no price increase. So we're getting more storage for the same price. Again, really simple stuff, but it's actually going to make a really big impact on the market. So great outcome there. In terms of the other functions, we've received a new chip, the A13 Bionic chip. If you're an iPad user, you're probably getting what you want out of it performance-wise anyway. They're quite snappy, but again, free upgrade, more power, fancier chip for the same money. We're going to take it every day of the week. Similar situation on the camera. We've got a new front-facing camera in the iPad. We don't get complaints about the quality of the camera on the iPad. They're a good camera, but if it's going to give us a free upgrade, but it also is going to allow features like the center stage feature, which is actually quite cool for people that are filming on an iPad, and particularly the use of iPads in schools these days. We're seeing quite a lot of that. So it's a great addition, and again, no additional cost. Same functionality with things like Apple Pencil. So it's a really, I guess you'd call it, fundamental upgrade to the iPad. We're getting lots of stuff for no extra cost, but the device itself hasn't changed hugely. So that's pretty much it from what we're getting. We are glad to see it released. Obviously, stock for all vendors has been challenging during COVID. Manufacturing has been quite disrupted as well as logistics. So the question will be, what does stock look like in terms of run rate and what's going to come through to Australia, but we'll stand by and see how that all plays out. So yeah, in summary, bigger, better, faster, cheap for the same price, and we're happy with that. Hope that's added some value to you. If you have any questions, as always, reach out to Queensland Computers. We're happy to chat. Thanks.